here to celebrate it.
And she's back with a very, very special recipe that's very dear to her because this recipe is actually her mother's.
Oh,
Chef Elle, welcome back. Good to see you on this Monday. How are you?
I am well. How are you this morning?
Doing well, thank you.
Well.
This is Mom's recipe?
This is Mom's recipe.
Was this a secret family recipe? Or?
I don't think it was a secret family recipe, but it is in Mother's recipe box.
If it was a secret, you're about to be
I'm about to share it with you. I am, and this is a very popular recipe with
Now,
my family.
I'm looking, and we were talking before we came out.
Yes.
The size of those cookies, if
Yes.
I made those cookies, it'd be all, by the time I cooked it, it'd be all over the pan. How do you keep them from
Two things
spreading?
you have to do. You have to use soft butter, but not too soft butter. And like we were poking here, if you can just poke through it and it's not beginning to where there will be melting butter.
Okay.
You want soft butter, and it can still have a little chill to it, and that's okay.
Okay.
And the next thing you have to remember is not to overcream your butter.
How do you know when too much is too much?
Well, we're going to get it started, and what you do is instead of creaming your butter first and then adding your sugar, add your sugar and your butter at the same time and begin to work it.
Okay.
Stop, and then we'll add the eggs, and then you'll add your dry ingredients, and then we'll fold in our chocolate chips and then the nuts.
Okay.
So it's not
And this will all
overwhelming.
come together here.
It will
Cream
all
it,
come
and
together.
we'll look at how
Yes, we will.
perfectly.
And then, if you're
it is.
using a stand mixer, don't have it on a high setting. Start on your low setting. And then, as you see it, then you can gradually go up.
So don't beat it to death.
Don't beat it
Like
to
you
death.
would do.
And I'm going to go ahead and get the eggs cracked while this is working. And Alex and Marybeth, if you'll mix the dry ingredients together, that is 2.5 cups of flour.
Here you go, Macy. I'll hand it to you
Pass
and
it
let
over
you
to
mix.
me.
How about that? All of this, even the spice?
Yes.
You want
that
the
is
flour?
actually
She
that
said
setting.
flour
Oh,
first,
this is,
Marybeth.
oh, I'm
Hold
sorry.
on
Does
here.
it matter the order?
Yes, it does. Just say yes, Chef. All right, thank you. All right.
That was baking powder that you added there, Alex, and that's salt, and you're going to add the cinnamon.
Now you can add cinnamon. She's given approval for cinnamon.
Thank
And
you
you're
very
adding
much.
the eggs one at a time to make sure they're well incorporated.
So you're kind of, you don't cream it totally and then add everything and then keep creaming. So that's
See, and
how
now
you...
we're going to stop. Now we're going to stop.
Okay.
You
And
completely
if you
stopped it.
Yeah, and if you're with those dry ingredients, we'll go ahead and add those.
Come on, AC, you're falling behind.
No, I'm just taking notes over here. That's all I'm doing. I'm making sure I hear what the chef has to say, how to do it right.
We want to make sure everything is incorporated well, and then we'll just add the dry ingredients into batches.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Whenever you are.
All right, let me do that one more time.
You did that so
All right.
well.
We're ready now.
And we're not going to add them all because we don't want a flour face.
Okay.
We don't want to
Back.
what?
Flour face.
Maybe we
Let me
better
stand
step
back.
back, yeah.
Flour just pops up on you, so we don't want that.
And you start slow again.
And we start slow again because you don't need it on high because, as you can see, it's incorporating just fine.
Okay.
And how many eggs did you use?
2 eggs.
2 eggs. Okay.
2 eggs.
Guess somebody wasn't listening to the chef too closely.
Because
now,
somebody
were
else
we?
is doing too much talking.
Probably.
Break the bowl down, break the paddles down throughout the process to make sure that everything gets incorporated well.
Now, we know you're a professional. If we don't have the big mama jama kind of mixer, we'll be all right?
You can use the hand mixer. That's completely fine. You don't have to have a stand mixer.
Will
and
it
if you want
be-
to do the workout, you can even do it by hand.
By
No,
hand?
thank
You can
you.
do it by hand.
Do you still find a few folks who do that? I mean, the
Some
old-fashioned
people
way?
do. Some people
Okay.
do. But my
Your mama
grandmother-
probably did back in the day.
My
And your grandmother definitely. But your grandmother?
My grandmother had a stand mixer too.
Oh, well then.
These are smart people, Marybeth.
Your great-great-great-grandma before electricity. Can you work with me here,
Okay,
Al?
I'm working with you. And this is it. And what we would do then is fold in the chips, and if you want to add nuts, you can add nuts to this.
Okay.
Now, while this recipe is a recipe that I'm sharing for my family, the Gourmet Kitchen has this annual recipe roundup contest that we're sponsoring. And not only do you get a chance to get a free catered Thanksgiving meal, which is 4 courses if your recipe is chosen.
Wow.
The Gourmet Kitchen is going to donate $1 to MLGNW's Plus One program for every recipe that's submitted.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
So
very,
you get a
very
chance to
nice.
do your part this holiday season by sharing the good stories from your family and also a recipe.
Does it have to be a dessert recipe
It
like
does
that?
not. It does not. It can be whatever recipe you choose to share with the Gourmet Kitchen.
Now, suppose I don't have a good story to share. Can
Everybody has a
Can I
good
just
story
make
to
one
share.
up?
everybody
gonna make up
If you had a
uncle.
kid like me, there are no good stories there. Let's go ahead and face it.
Some eccentric uncle of Alex Coleman's going to come out of the woodwork with his recipe. I can see it now.
Sorry.
That'll have you thinking your mama has some recipes, I'm sure.
Yeah, now to keep me out of the house.
No.
Okay, so when you fold this,
Fold
you
it
don't,
again.
you're not overworking it
No,
again.
you're not going to overwork it. And with doing it this way and making sure your butter is not over-processed, you'll still have the chunks of chocolate chips. So that is why it's truly
And that's what
chunky
you
chocolate
want.
chip.
You want those chunks. You want
Yes.
those morsels to be there.
You do.
And
you
these
really
won't
do.
flatten out. So
No.
how big are they going to be?
They're
Like
going to
this?
get about that round.
And thick.
And
huh?
thick.
You mean about
Yeah.
that round?
Yeah, about that round.
Wow.
And you can also make them a little smaller for appetizers, especially with the holiday season
No,
coming
Alex
up.
likes the big cookies.
And you can serve adult milk and cookies.
That's what I was really wondering.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could ask you that or
Yes,
not,
you
Chef.
can.
So we
Yeah.
can pull out the milk.
Pull out the milk, add a little Baileys to it.
You
And,
told- oh, Baileys.
Yeah, add a little Baileys to it.
If you have Baileys in the milk, do you still dunk the
You
cookies?
can still dunk the cookie, of
Okay.
course.
I like you.
can.
That's why you're a
Chef
member of
Elle,
the
You are
family.
taking care of us.